This is Tom Bain, and this is Wine, Money, and Song. If you find the content of this channel of interest, please subscribe. And if you have like-minded friends who are interested in wine, please tell them about it. And in comments, please let us know what subjects you would like us to cover and if there's wines you want us to react to. Today, our topic is going to be wines for $25 or less that offer great value. Now, with prices being so high of everything, we have to watch each dollar, and why not with your wine? Now, I must have one proviso about all these wines, is you're going to do much better by going into your local neighborhood wine store and finding someone who tries these wines and can lead you the way. Because if they've tasted it, they know what you're looking for and they can match this wine for your taste. So please, go to your neighborhood wine store, and they have thousands of wines and they can set up with your need. A lot of these wines I'm going to recommend are not household brands, and you're not going to find many of these in a supermarket. You need to go to a wine shop and get the expertise of the people working there. So it's going to be 2 episodes. This episode are the wines from France for $25 and under that offer great value. The second will be the remainder of the world. So obviously, I think the world of France, I'm giving it its own episode. But that is my steep knowledge is in French wines, and I imported French wines for a large part of my career. So let's get started with the best values from France for $25 or less. I'm a lover of Beaujolais, and Beaujolais is from the Burgundy region of France, and it's different than the other areas of Burgundy that the grape is Gamay instead of Pinot Noir. There's 2 major grapes of Burgundy that are red, and it's Gamay, which is Beaujolais, and then there's Pinot Noir, which is the rest of Burgundy's red wines. So with Beaujolais, the best Beaujolais are called Cru Beaujolais, and there's 10 of them. Now, I know all 10, but it's going to take 3 minutes for me to recite it, so we're going to put them up on the screen for you to see all 10. And what makes Cru Beaujolais different than the AC Beaujolais and the Beaujolais Village is the soils are different, the topography is different, and the flavors are more intense, but each cru of those 10s have different characteristics and different soils. So some are very light, very feminine, and others come from clay or granite soils, and they're richer and more full-bodied. 2 of my favorite are from the Fleury district, Clos de la Roulette. And I've been drinking these wines for over 20 years. And the Fleury is lush, delicious, and I probably have had 15, 20 different vintages of it. And there's a richness, but still a femininity about this. And remember, all of the Beaujolais are Gamay, softer, not as tannic as some of the other grapes. And then we have a Jean-Paul Brun Trait d'Or Côte de Brouilly. And Côte de Brouilly is one of those 10 classifications, Grand Cru classifications for Beaujolais, and it's the smallest. Very, very small production of Côte de Brouilly, and generally it's a richer wine. So out of the 10 areas, the 10 crus, there's a huge spectrum of flavor profiles. Light, a little richer, more minerally, all the way down the road. So it's soup to nuts. And of course, there's regular Beaujolais and Beaujolais Village, which is a very light, easy, berryish type of wine. Now, in the last 10 or 15 years, a lot of companies have been buying land in Beaujolais, and they're trying to make more serious wines.
And in a way, they're trying to make Gamay almost taste like Pinot Noir, and I really don't go for that. Let Beaujolais be Gamay. Some of the wines they're making are very, very good, but to me, I want to keep with those berryish Beaujolais that are so easy to drink and very, very quaffable. Now, also, outside of Beaujolais, and Beaujolais really $25 and under, you can get these for $20, $25, so very, very good deal. Now we go on to Burgundy, Bourgogne, and as I said, if it's not Beaujolais and it's outside of Beaujolais and other Burgundies, it's Pinot Noir. And Bourgogne is the bottom line village wines for a producer. And Bourgogne just generally is a wine that they make a selection from certain villages. Now, certain vines are not as situated as well as others, so they take that crop, maybe young vines, and they make it into Bourgogne, or they choose barrels that are not up to the quality of the village wine that they're going to make or the premier cru they're going to make, and they bottle a Bourgogne. And that can be $15 to $25, and in a good vintage you get a good buy, and you get a nice Pinot Noir. And the rest of Burgundy, unfortunately, is over $25 generally. So there's very, very few Burgundies I can recommend outside of Beaujolais and Bourgogne Rouges. And there's some Bourgogne Blancs that are good also. But you have to, as I said, go to your store, find out from the personnel there their expertise and what's good. And in white wines, you have Macon, the area Macon, and Macon Village. Make some very, very nice Chardonnays. They're round, very easy to drink with some mineral qualities to them. And in the last 10 years or so, I think the quality level of Macon Village has gone way up. So we're going to go to the Rhone wines now. And Rhone is huge. It's huge. And half of the wines coming out of the Rhone or Côte de Rhones, I think there's 86,000 acres of vines in the Rhone, so it's big, and a lot of it is Côte de Rhone. And a lot of times, people who make higher wines, higher quality wines, also make a Côte de Rhone, which is more general. Like this is a wine from Chateau Beaucastel, who makes the Chateau Neuf de Pape. They also make a Côte de Rhone that's just outside of the Chateau Neuf area, and it's like a third of the price. And you really get a great quality wine. It's called Coup de lait de Beaucastel, and I've been drinking this for many years also. And it's around $20, $25, and it ages very well. So in that area, they are really good. And other Côte de Rhones, I will read a list for you that are very good that I recommend. Chave makes an excellent Côte de Rhone. Saint Casimir, outstanding, and they have some Syrah in there. Those are outstanding. And you also have Guiguel, Perrin Brothers, Kermit Lynch makes a good one, Chapoutier makes a good one. Look for those wines. And you have Tavel Rosé from the Rhone area, 100% Grenache. It's more of a light red wine. It's a rich rosé, which is very different than Provence. And from the area of Provence, talk about a hot category. 15 years ago, people were not drinking rosés. Now, rosés are off the charts. There's hundreds of thousands of Provence rosés being sold. And the quality is very, very high. There used to be a big difference in quality of the Provence rosés. The quality has really been elevated in the last 10 years, and you can find great wines for $15. Easy to drink, has some minerality. So go with those for refreshing, quaffing wines in the summer. White wines now, we're going to go to Bordeaux. Bordeaux makes Grave white wines, which is Sauvignon Blanc with a little Semillon in it. And there are other white wines. Entre de Mur makes a lot of inexpensive white wines. And again, you have to go to your neighborhood store and have the personnel lead you to those type of wines and say, you know, I want a wine for $20 or so, crisp white wine. And they can lead you to wines like Entre de Mur and some of the Grave wines. Let's see, to finish it out, the red wines from Bordeaux that offer great value. The Cru Bourgeois wines like La Roche Trintignant, Grey Sac. I like Chateau Lanessan, which ages very, very well, and they're all around $20. What did I miss? Franc-Reux, De Tout, all very, very good Bordeaux, Cabernet, Merlot mixes that'll be under $20. So those are the wines that I feel very strongly that you should go out and especially go to your store and look at the selection, ask the personnel in the wine store, which wines do you think that I'll enjoy, and keep it under 25.